Okay, it's like 8 a.m. Okay, it's almost 9 now, to be fair. Oh, I have so much shit to be doing for uni. So I'm gonna make cinnamon rolls. This is a baking YouTube video now, like YouTube channel. It's exclusively baking. But yeah, let's make cinnamon rolls. Anywho, I'm exhausted, but let's talk about culture difference between the British and Portuguese. Like obviously, they're two different countries, so like the cultures are gonna be different. I think what shocked me was the small things. Like for example, we don't have the same type of blinds. So our blinds back home are like, first of all, they're outside your window. They're not blinds. They're like these hard plastic. Where's the fucking scissor? Okay, like I was saying, there are these like hard plastic things outside. They could also be wood, I guess, outside your window. And they black out your window completely. Like there's no light at all inside your room. And here in the UK, at least where I've lived, you only have like normal blinds. So that's different. And it's actually really annoying. I mean, I've gotten used to it now. Like even when I go back home now, I sleep with my blinds up. Like it doesn't make a difference to me anymore. But I know people that can't sleep unless their room is like totally blacked out. What else? Oh, this was a really fun one to try and explain. We don't use white socks in Portugal. Like I don't own any white socks at all. And anytime I try to explain this to someone who's not Portuguese, they don't get it because I can't explain it properly. Like it's just a thing. You will get judged if you wear white socks. And it's just a thing. Like you don't wear white socks. Sugar. How much sugar? Yeah, you don't wear white socks, and I can't explain it, and people don't understand. But if you ever go to Portugal, don't take your white socks. Like I don't own any. You can check my drawers. There's no white socks in there. What else? They have plugs on their outlets, which is really weird. Like, why would you turn off an outlet? It's weird to me. The amount of times I've put my phone, like, plugged my phone to the wall to charge. It didn't charge because I forgot to turn on the outlet. Weird. Okay. What else? There's also, I mean, food is really different, obviously. Apart from the fact that the English don't know how to season their food properly. No salt whatsoever. I just find that the quality of food is better back home than it is here. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, the quality of the food back home I find is just better in general. Like you saw how I made brownies the other day. They just weren't the same. They're just so much better at home, and I think it's because of the ingredients. I mean, I would say, personally. What else? going out is also very different. Very, very different. Here they go out like, so they'll start prees at like 7 or 8 and like go into the club at like 11. And back home, I leave my house to go to prees at like 11, and then prees start at like 11:30, 12, and then you go into the club at like 2, maybe 3 if the prees are good, and then here you leave the club at like 2, maximum 4, because that's like the latest the club will close. We leave the club. I've left the club at 7. Like, you leave the club after the sun has gone up. I've like walked into my house as my dad was walking out of it to go to work. So there's that. That's very different. I once had to like leave prees here halfway through to go have dinner because it was my time for dinner. Everything's just earlier here, I guess. Sorry, I'm like focused right now, so I'm not talking. To be fair, I can't remember anymore right now. It's way too early for me to be thinking about this. But those are some of them. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's done. I have to wait like an hour now for it to grow. So I'll see you in an hour, I guess.
1 hour later.
Okay, it's grown. I showed you it's grown. Now we gotta make the filling. So I need that. Boom. Amazing. I realized I don't have a rolly thing, so we're gonna have to improvise to roll this out. I'm gonna roll this in some flour. Alright. Okay, well, I'm getting so fucking dirty from the flour. Look at that. A pizza. Okay, now it's rolling time. Okay, quick recap. They're in here. They have to sit for like 30 to 45 minutes and then they go in the oven. I've cleaned up, so I'd say like 10 minutes have passed, maybe a little bit more. I'm preheating the oven. And I'll see you soon for the end of this. They're usually really good. I have this shit for like Usually back home, what would happen was that the sugar would melt, and then it would like gather at the bottom and burn. And so they were still good, but like there was like no sugar in the actual thing, or very little sugar in the actual thing, and a lot just burnt at the bottom. So what I did the last few times is that I'll flip them halfway through, because that way like it melts and it burns. It melts and like it goes down, but then I flip them so it goes back down the other way, so it's like more or less in the middle. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully, this pen is like smaller than the one I have back home, so they might like clump together, which I heard is actually the point of cinnamon rolls. But I'll see you soon. I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, it's time to flip them. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the oven, because they're like low key getting burnt at the top. Holy shit, I actually did it. Okay. Okay, back in they go. That's so I did. They're supposed to be in there for like 20 to 25 minutes. So at like 10 minutes, I flipped them. I don't know. Our oven's kind of fucked though. Hopefully, they bake well.
One eternity later.
They're a little burnt. I don't know what the fuck's up with our oven. But these are the butts. Let's ignore how ugly they are. There you go. Done. Yeah, that's it. As always, I'll link the recipe down below. I just had breakfast, so I'm not gonna eat them right now. But I guess I'll tell you if they're good or not in the end. But yeah, that's it. Cinnamon rolls. It was nice. It was nice to procrastinate my work with you guys.